in the downtown streets of Mexico.
The R9 stable at high speed. I'm gonna say yeah. Alright, what's up guys? We have hit officially 1 month with the Yamaha R9, and obviously it needs a nice little cleaning, but that's about what we're going to do this weekend, is get it kind of cleaned up, get the chain cleaned and lubed, as well as change the oil on it, because we're at 789 miles, and you should be doing your first one in between 7 and 1200 miles. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that this weekend, so I'll get that video guys out there for you, as well as how to clean, adjust your chain, and all that kind of fun stuff. The 1 month review on this thing, I will tell you, I immediately bought it and took it straight to the track, if you guys didn't already see that video, and I had a lot of fun with it. The things that kind of stuck out as I was not liking about the motorcycle was the fact that first and second gear, like the way they've kind of tuned out, you know, throttle responses it's frustrating to me. When I first rode the motorcycle in the initial ride that I did, I also had some issues with, you know, the front end coming up real easy on me. Before I got on track, I adjusted the front and rear suspension before I got out there, and man, let me tell you, much better. I do have to give some props to these KYBs, because just the simple fact that they have so much adjustment is freaking wild. And I'm out here with my buddy here. He's out on the S1000RR, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun today. There's a couple things I wanted to talk to you guys about, and that has a lot to do with the fact that we've taken this thing to the track, like I'd already stated. We've done a lot of back roads with it, and I have been commuting this thing for like 2 weeks now, because it is absolutely amazing as a commuting motorcycle. I can't overstate the amount of technology inside this motorcycle and how well it actually works. It's been really fun. Being able to use this kind of stuff on this bike. So for example, the cruise control it's amazing. Like it remembers what you were at, so you could just resume again. It's very smooth to use. It holds the speed very well. I mean, like, I just turn it on and just straight up cruise, sitting back with absolutely no hands on wheels, just set her and forget her and roll down the highway, comfortable as hell, happy as hell on your commute. So at no point do you really ever get like super wore out. It's freaking awesome. The next really cool thing, which I know this is kind of dumb, but it is the fact that the turn signals shut off. It's a kind of a goofy little turn signal system here, you could see there, but you push it once, it flashes like 15 seconds, and then it shuts off. No more are the days, at least with the Yamaha R9, that you just keep riding around and wondering if your turn signal is on, which is pretty freaking rad. The next part for the commuting aspect, which we had already talked about kind of, was the fact that the motorcycle's comfort and positioning. In my opinion, it's still a fairly aggressive motorcycle, as you can see, but it's just comfortable enough to where you're not worried about, you know, being uncomfortable. But the comfort of the motorcycle, like I said, absolutely amazing. With the cruise control and how well it works, your ability to just kind of, you know, sit up, change your positioning on a constant basis, like, is so cool, and makes that commute so much better. I swear to God, I could probably brush my damn teeth if I had one of those helmets that like opened up while riding down the freaking road. Favorite spots to ride. As long as I don't drag these nice new pants I got, we should be good. right now, this is a prime example how weak second gear is. It's like I need to be in first, which you know damn well I don't. I have so much, this triple has so much torque. If it wasn't so restricted, we would be freaking ripping right now. I'd be able to pull out of these corners, like that's like half throttle. It's like a turbo spooling up before it wants to give you any power. Freaking dumb, man. That is an absolute must that we get rid of that terrible tune on this motorcycle.
What's up, guys? I'm Mark from Scouts Out, and today I am with
Tony from 91 Octane Motorsports. We got a BMW M1000RR that was loaned to us by Chris Upson from Chris Moto. Getting a chance to check this dude out. She's got the full carbon trim, wheels, electronic suite. But interestingly enough, we have the new R9 here as well, which happens to be Mark's bike. Yeah, you love your new toys.
I do, dude, I do. I'm really looking forward to this motorcycle, and now that I've had it, and I've had it for almost a month now, I've really enjoyed riding on the streets again. Yeah. I really haven't rode for the last year and a half or so on the street, unless I was doing some kind of review. Everything's been tracked.
Okay.
So like, been commuting this every day to work for the last few weeks, like so happy, man, so happy. Loving it again.
That's cool to hear. You know, this is definitely one of the like raved about bikes from Yamaha this year, one of the probably more weighted on platforms.
Yeah.
And I know we were talking suspension earlier and starting to get it dialed in. So this machine comes equipped with KYBs. You get high speed and low speed compression damping on the front, as well as rebound and preload adjustment. The rear shock has a hydraulic adjuster, so it's a little easier to get that set.
Yeah.
So of the two, you're definitely going to see like that rear end is going to be the weak point. You'll start overriding first, but you're able to get it well within a solid parameter. Your tire wear looked good after some track time.
Yeah.
Like out of the box, it's a pretty formidable machine as long as the springs are within your weight range. Otherwise, a simple spring change in this bike's, you know, pretty good for like an average track day ride, a commuter, a weekend canyon carver. A more advanced rider might need a little more umph into their tuning process.
Yeah, the tune is, you got to do the tune on this bike, that's for sure.
Yep. But now we're gonna go spend a little time now riding these bikes and find a good window of roadway, if we will. Doesn't seem to be a ton of traffic, so
no.
Let's cut into some of that.
Hell yeah, dude.
Something else that, you know, it's not insignificant. Like, it's something that like you always pay for on a motorcycle. I always buy different levers when I get a new bike, and mainly because adjustability to get oh, they just bumps, man. Mainly for adjustability, right? Like, depending on how long your fingers are, you know, you want to be able to reach the clutch and the brake with ease, and most stock levers have zero adjustability, and both the brake and clutch are adjustable, which is freaking rad. Like, that's such, like, it's a bigger deal than, like, you know, most people would make, because like I said, I'm always out just trying to buy a different version of levers just simply because they're non-adjustable and I don't want to reach for my brake. I'm a middle finger, one finger braker guy, and I don't like barely being able to get my finger on there. Like I want to be able to easily get my finger on there, and being able to adjust it back so that I can, it's freaking awesome. Same with the clutch. Clutch, for whatever reason, I am a two-finger clutch person, and I like it where it's pretty much all the way out, but yet I don't like it when the clutch is way out there. So like being able to adjust it right down to where I want it, like that's so cool, so rad. Just another like really cool feature we get from this motorcycle. And I know some of you guys are gonna be like, well, it's an expensive bike, but when you factor in the fact that this is basically a 600 Super Sport, the R6, this is the direct R6 replacement. If for all the people who are whining about the R7 being the R6 replacement, like to me that never made sense. This is the R6 replacement. Same horsepower, same torque, same mid-range price point of $12,900, which I believe was always where the R6 was, $12,500, $12,900. That's kind of where it always sat in the market for a long time before it went away. And this is that direct replacement, but instead of a very dumbed down zero electronics package minus some ABS, like we're getting like not just a slew of electronics, we're getting good electronics. Now, I'm not saying that I've gotten to utilize these on the track to give you like 100% factual, like these are freaking amazing kind of thing, but I'm telling you, this stuff is so far from at least the one track day I did on it and all the like back roads riding and freeway commuting I've gotten to do in this last month. This system is good. It feels really good, especially as a stock system. Like, to be honest, you know, I let one of my friends ride this thing, Raul, and you know, he came over and he saw it. He's like, hey bro, can I ride it? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he took it out, came back, and his first impressions was, that's an easy bike to ride. Like, it's not like the old school 600s and liter bikes where they're dangerous. You have to be careful with every throttle twist, every brake pull, everything you do is potentially damaging. You know, you don't have any electronics to help you on those older bikes. And this motorcycle, like, it just, the riding experience is just easy. I'm not saying that this is a beginner motorcycle or that it should be your beginner motorcycle. I'm just saying that it is an easy motorcycle to ride, and I don't think I could have explained it any better than when he said that when he came back. And that's a dude that had never ridden one. He mainly rides was a Kawasaki like 1300 or something, and he's had a lot of several of the Gixxer 750s throughout his, you know, life. And yeah, that was like #1 comment coming out of him was, it's an awesome bike, but man, is it easy to ride. Just, it's hard to even explain. Like, it's almost like you're riding, you know, a tame motorcycle, but with still a lot of power. So that about wraps it up, guys. I've had a fun day out here with my buddy Tony here, just kind of making some videos. He's riding this S1000RR, which is badass. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!